Chapter 2 The Whispering Room of the Greyborn Hotel. Good evening, and welcome back to the late-night slow talk. Tonight's story is a gentle ghost tale set in one of England's oldest hotels, a place where the past never quite leaves the corridors. Settle in, get comfortable, and let my voice guide you through the quiet, mysterious rooms of the Greyborn Hotel. The Greyborn Hotel sits on a cliffside in the county of Devon, overlooking the dark, restless sea. Built in 1889, it's known for its creaking floorboards, faded red carpets, and long hallways that always feel a little colder than they should. During the day, it seems charming, old-fashioned, like something from a postcard. But at night, the hotel becomes a different place entirely. Quiet, still, almost watchful. Guests often report hearing soft whispers behind their doors when the hallways are empty. And those whispers, they say, come from room 217. Room 217 is not a dangerous room. It's not violent. It doesn't frighten people. It simply whispers. Guests checking into the room have described hearing a soft, gentle female voice murmuring in the darkness. Not words, not sentences, just soft breaths, like someone trying to speak from far away. Some say it's the spirit of a woman who once stayed there over a century ago. Her name was Eliza Morland, a quiet woman who traveled alone and wrote letters by candlelight every evening. One night she simply disappeared. No note, no sign, her belongings left neatly on the small wooden desk. Only the faint scent of lavender remained. Our story tonight follows Amelia Wright, a travel writer from London who visited the Greyborn Hotel in the late autumn of 2019. Amelia wasn't someone who believed in ghosts. She loved history, architecture, and quiet hotels with character. When she checked in, the receptionist smiled politely and said, "You've been given room 217 tonight. It's one of our most storied rooms." Amelia didn't notice the pause. She simply thanked him and headed upstairs. The hallway leading to her room was narrow, with old portraits of Victorian families lined along the walls. Their eyes seemed to follow her as she walked. Softly, quietly, as if something in the air was holding its breath. After settling into the room, Amelia sat on the bed and began typing notes on her laptop. Outside, the wind pressed against the windows in long, low sighs. Everything seemed normal. But just after midnight, the room grew colder. Not sharply, not suddenly, just gradually, like a breath drifting across her skin. Amelia paused. She listened. At first there was nothing, only silence. Then, very softly, she heard it. A whisper. So faint, she wasn't sure if it was real. A soft a quiet "ah," the shape of a voice without words. Amelia whispered back, "Is someone there?" The sound stopped completely. The next night, Emilia returned to her room after a long day exploring the town. She made tea, sat near the window, and listened to the sea rolling against the rocks below. Around 11 p.m., the window glass began to fog slightly, even though the room was warm. A faint scent of lavender filled the air. And then, just like before, the whispering returned. A little clearer this time, still wordless, but undeniably present. Emilia didn't feel afraid. Surprisingly, she felt calm, as though the presence meant no harm. She spoke softly. "If you can hear me, you're not frightening me." The whisper paused, as if listening, then continued, gentle as a sigh. The following night, Emilia returned to her room after a long day exploring the town. She made tea, sat near the window, and listened to the sea rolling against the rocks below. Around 11 p.m., the window glass began to fog slightly, even though the room was warm. A faint scent of lavender filled the air. And then, just like before, the whispering returned. A little clearer this time, still wordless, but undeniably present. Emilia didn't feel afraid. Surprisingly, she felt calm, as though the presence meant no harm. She spoke softly. "If you can hear me, you're not frightening me." The whisper paused, as if listening, then continued, gentle as a sigh. The following morning, Emilia searched the room carefully, not because she was scared, but because she felt the present wanted to show her something. Inside the desk drawer, she found an envelope, old, yellowed, tied with a blue ribbon. On the front was a name, Eliza Morland, room 217. Inside the envelope was a half-finished letter. The ink faded, but still readable. It said, "I cannot leave this place until he returns. If anyone finds this letter, please understand I waited. I will always wait." Emilia read the words slowly. The heartbreak, the loneliness, the devotion, all sealed inside this forgotten room. Suddenly, the whisper returned, right beside her ear. A soft exhale, a ghost of a breath, almost a thank you. That night, Emilia stayed awake to listen carefully. Around midnight, the lavender scent returned. The whispers drifted like soft wind flowing across the walls. Then, for the first time, Emilia heard it clearly. A word, barely audible, a single whisper. Home. Not frightening, not desperate, just longing. A gentle ache carried through time. Emilia whispered back, "I hope you find it." The room grew warmer, the whisper faded, and a deep, peaceful silence filled the space. Emilia checked out the next morning. At the reception desk, she asked quietly, "Did someone named Eliza Morland stay here long ago?" The receptionist's face softened with surprise. "Yes," he said. "She waited for her husband, who never returned from sea. Some say she still waits." Emilia nodded gently and handed him the old letter. He looked at it with wide eyes. As Amelia stepped outside into the cool morning air, she felt a soft breeze brush her cheek, almost like a goodbye. And so room 217 remains one of the quietest and gentlest haunted rooms in England. No screams, no shadows, just a whisper from a woman who loved too deeply to ever leave. If your eyes are beginning to close, let them drift into sleep. Let the calm of the old hotel settle round you. Good night, and may your dreams be peaceful.